It's May already, but we don't sell and go away. As the old saying goes, we stay and analyze financial markets together with Chief Investment Officer of VP Bank, Felix Brill. Felix, the stock market has risen, judging by the world index, by about 8% this year, and yet VP Bank lowers the share of equities in its portfolios. Why is that?
We think markets are too complacent right now, especially with regard to the US banking crisis. This crisis is not over yet. We still see outflows of deposits. We see lower capital bases, meaning lower buffer for potential credit losses, which would have a lot of negative impact on the overall economy. And now we see more risks stemming from that. So naturally, if you see more risks out there, we don't want to have as much risk in the portfolio. Therefore, we decided to increase our underweight in equities.
And what about bonds, where investors saw some opportunities this year?
This is still the case. We prefer bonds over equities in the portfolio because if risk off sentiment returns to markets, there will be a higher demand for safety, for bonds, namely government bonds, and so we think that is still the place to be.
The debt ceiling in the US is a big topic right now. Do you think it will just pass, or is it really relevant for investors?
I think in the end it will pass, but it's still relevant for investors because there's a clear risk that we won't get a solution in time. This means there could be collateral damage, there could be, for instance, a technical default on a bond, and I think that could spook markets.
VP Bank expects a recession this year in the US and in Europe. So far it hasn't materialized. Will it still, and when?
Yes, we think it will materialize. We will see a recession in the US and in Europe because so many leading indicators pointing towards that direction. When it will exactly happen, actually, honestly, we don't know. But it's not the most important question. It's more about the preparation for that. So I think it's paramount to prepare for a recession because if sentiment deteriorates, it typically deteriorates very quickly. And so you want to be rather too early than too late.
Thank you, Felix. And that concludes our View the Questions. I hope to see you next time again. Goodbye.